Descendants 2. Descendants 2. Descendants 2. Descendants 2. Where do I begin? This movie not only topped the first one, it's not only one of the best movies of the summer, it's not only one of the best movies of the year, but this is by far one of the best sequels I've ever seen. Because usually when sequels come out, it's very rare that they top the first one. Like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, that's a rare one where they top the first one. Like Age of Ultron, that's a rare one where they top the first one. But like, I'll give you a couple examples. Kylo Chance Meatballs 2, as much as I love that movie, like it's not as good as the first. Like not in the stretch of the imagination. No way. But this movie, they got it right on so many levels. Now, these standout characters in this movie were Mao, obviously, because she's our main lead, and if we weren't investing in our main leads, then, you know. And surprisingly, Evie. Now, Evie, she was mainly pushed to the background a little bit for me in the first one. Like, she was good in the first one, but, you know, she was, like, pushed to the sidelines. But this one, like, I was, like, throughout me watching the movie, I was just, like, wow, I think she's swaying to my favorite Descendant. Because my favorite Descendant ever since the first one came out was Mao. Because she was so well developed in the first one. But now, Evie has developed so much as a character that I'm just like, yeah, she's my favorite now. And the moments where they're sharing time together, like you could really tell like they're the best of friends. Like nothing would get in the way of that. And that's what I really like to see. And those two are by far the standouts of this movie. Well, the main standouts, but there's one more standout that I need to talk about. And that's China Anne McClain. Now, I go way back with China Anne McClain because I grew up with Ant Farm. So I know how great she is at these roles. Like, I knew that she was going to be great in this movie, but I didn't know how great she would be as a villain because I'm used to her being like the main hero in a way. You know, because she's always felt like the hero type. But no, here she is evil. She's very evil. And that's something that I really, really enjoy. And this movie just gets everything right on all cylinders. Let's see, the other two characters, Carlos and Jay, they get some time too, and their characters develop as well. And I really like that as well. I'm not going to spoil anything in this video because just in case you haven't seen it, you know, I want you to go see it right now. It's on the Disney Channel app. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on demand soon. It's going to be on Blu-ray. It's going to be on DVD soon, which I'm going to get. Like, I haven't gotten Descendants 1 on DVD yet, and I know I'm ashamed of myself. But once Descendants 2 comes out, I'm going to get both Descendants 1 and 2 on DVD, so I could put it in my Disney collection. And the only reason why I'm reviewing it this late is because I had missed like the first showing of it. And thank God Disney was like, you know what, for the people that haven't seen it yet, we're going to play it again. We're going to give it an encore. So thank you, Disney, for being so considerate. But like, what else can I talk about? The story in this movie was great. Uma was definitely, like, she was a great villain. She really was. Better than Struggle Maleficent from the first movie. Definitely better than Struggle Maleficent. But, yeah. I don't know what else I can talk about. Cause this, oh, and the last act of this movie. Talk about epic. That's all I'll say. But yeah, this movie is a must-see. You must see this movie. You must watch it right now. Like, the performances are fantastic. Like, the storyline is great. The writing is great. Like, the character development was so good. Like, it was so good. I was so surprised. And I was so proud of this movie because of how great the character development was. I was so proud of this movie. Like, I was just like, oh my. But, yeah. Acting great. Dialogue great. Writing great. Villain great. Like, you have all those aspects, you have a perfect movie. So, out of 10, I am going to give this a 100 out of 10. This is not only one of the greatest Disney movies I've seen. This is not only top the first one. It's not only one of my favorite like movies of the summer. Not only one of my favorite movies of the year, which it will be in my best movies of the year list, but it manages to do what a lot of sequels like don't really do nowadays, and that's be a great sequel. Like, I'm not saying that there aren't any great sequels out there. Of course not. There are some great sequels out there, but what this movie does is what, like, the sequels that, you know, get that stuff wrong, they should take notes from this movie, because this movie is a great example of how a sequel should be handled. And not only that, but it improves on the characters. It goes bigger, but at the same time, it's still at a smaller scale. And at the same time, they could still manage to tell a great story. And that's what any sequel should do. And after this movie, it leaves me wondering, when is Descendants 3 coming out? Because I can't wait for Descendants 3. I cannot wait for Descendants 3. And if so, okay, I'm going to tell you, because in my last video where I was talking about Naomi Scott as Jasmine, I forgot to tell you the wish that I had. So I'm going to tell you 2 wishes that I have. Alright, here we go. Number 1, I would love for, well, since we're talking about Descendants 2, let's get that out of the way first. For Descendants 3, I would love for it not only to be, like, you know, on a wider scale, but I would love if it got, like, theatrically released, like, put in theaters. That would be so awesome. Like, it doesn't matter if it's, like a limited screening or anything, or just, like, in a couple theaters. Like, I would go to any theater to see a movie from this franchise. I would. I really would, because this is a great franchise. It really is. And to get my second wish out of the way, I wish that Naomi Scott would play a character in the MCU, but not only that, but she would play a character in the Spider-Man trilogy. That would be great. Please make 2 of those wishes come true, Disney. Like, I put 4 fingers out. That should have been 2. Please make those 2 wishes come true, Disney. And the many more that I have in my head. So yeah, this movie was great. And I am Spidey Fan 101 saying, long live evil. I'm just kidding. You know, always do good, kids. But in Descendants logic,